What up? Today, I'm going to Best Buy because I have a family member that had a computer go down. They live out in the country. They have the super old Gateway. I mean, we're talking like, you know, single core.
5 megabytes of RAM. Okay, it's not that bad. But it's a terribly, like, old Gateway computer from 2008, I think. So.
Best Buy. They had a thunderstorm. It killed their computer, probably a minor power surge. But the first thing I did was just, you know, unplug the power supply and plug in a spare power supply I had, which was an 800 and some watt power supply, and of course it booted right up. And when I mean booted right up, I mean it took 4 years because it's running off of a hard drive, an old Western Digital Blue hard drive. Still running though, which now that I think about it, I swapped that Western Digital Blue hard drive out for them because they had an old Seagate. Actually, I think the funny thing is the hard drive that I have in my studio behind me that has the platter on it. I think that's the Seagate that I took out of that computer that I'm working on now. So that's funny. I forgot about that. It's still running, just slow as all get out. But now to get everything up and running again, I gotta get a new power supply, and I have a power supply that could run it, but that power supply is like an 850 watt power supply. It's just not a power supply. I mean, the old power supply is 300 watts. So slapping an 800 in there is kind of ridiculous, especially, you know, the one as nice as I have. And then the one that they have here at Best Buy, at least according to online, is an EVGA 600 watt for $59.99. So I'm gonna get that, and then I'm gonna peruse, maybe see if they got some hard drives here that I don't need to buy, and then, I don't know, we'll see what happens. I got these because I've been thinking about getting AirPods for a long time. I hate wires, they always get in the way. I'm fiddling with them, why not? Plus, if I buy them here locally at Best Buy, I can just bring them back if I don't like them. So, yeah. And we have the spoils of my journey. Battery backup. This thing is not a large backup, but it is not a large computer. So this should help protect the computer from future issues. And that is a 600 watts. So I'm gonna go throw this bad boy into the computer. Also, if you didn't notice, I ended up getting two more hard drives because I am addicted to terabytes. This is the old raggedy power supply, 300 watts. I don't even know what brand this is. Yeah, it's just a regular Dell built in. I don't know. This actually has been repaired once. I don't know exactly. Hell, I might have did that a long time ago. I don't know. Either way, this is hooked up. It's Roswell, and it's running. And I looked at the hard drive, and it looks like it's only a 500 gigabyte hard drive. So holy bananas. Makes me think like, that's 500 gig, 250. Yeah, so I got a little spare hard drive I don't have any need for. So maybe I'll just, maybe I'll swap this out, you know, see how much faster I can make this thing boot up, which should be considerably faster. Oh man. It was either this or the Thermaltake, which is $5 cheaper, and I'd pay like $100 more just to not have Thermaltake. There we go. So just need a couple SATA cables. This one might be where I put the SSD. It just goes to this. Then you got the CPU power and of course the 24 pins. So yeah, pretty basic install. Pretty cheap way to save an old computer, even though Probably just be best to throw this whole thing out. And the true test here is how long does this thing take to boot up? Let's try it. And go. Okay, that was terrible. It's like 2 minutes. Something like that. Minute and a half, 2 minutes. I gotta do something about that, don't I? So I got the 250 gig SSD and the old 500 taken out of that. Got the 500 hooked up. I hooked it up to my Ryzen build because I still have Windows that I can run off that, and it's easier just to download and do the little duplicator thing. And then I put a little napkin here because, you know, hard drives hate vibrations. Never vibrate your hard drives, which includes setting them bare on something because they'll rattle themselves. Just don't do that. Comes a moment of truth. I think it was like a minute, 40 seconds for the first time. So, 1. I'm not gonna count. Ah, oh, damn it. No. All right, I'm gonna have to let it do its thing and then try that again because I don't have a keyboard hooked up to it. So I had to go through the check thing and then it booted up and then I turned it back off and I'm gonna do another test. But before I was like, you know what? Before I give this back to him, I might as well set this thing up with one hand. There we go. I might as well set this battery up and charge it and then hook up the power program thing. That way, when the power does go out, if it goes out for any extended amount of time, this will shut down the computer so it doesn't, you know, just power off. And the Phenom X4 quad-core processor, 4 gigahertz of DDR2 RAM. This hard drive actually has been replaced with the other one, the one I have in there now. The, man, HD 3200 Radeon graphics. Man, this thing is just a beast. It is a multitasking monster. Which basically means I'm polishing a turd today. So, you know, if I had another spare computer, I would throw that at them, but I just don't really have any spare computers. And they do like banking and Facebook and really basic stuff. Okay, so this, just plug that in right there, just like so. Important, plug in for 8 hours to charge first. Ha! Don't tell me what to do. Into this end, like so, and you take this end, and you plug it in over here. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna do another test. Let's see if this works. And okay, so it shaved like, I wanna say a minute. I'm gonna have to go to the record, but I feel like it saved like a minute in boot time, maybe 45 seconds. So, which is, it's like twice as fast. I'm not surprised. I'm just, you know, like part of me was like, do I wanna give them a 250 gig that I could use for something else possibly? And the other part of me is like, or just say, screw it. They don't really use their computer for that much, so I don't even know if they would really care. All right, after removing some junk that was in their browser and installing uBlock Origin, now I'm gonna download the power panel. Yay. 1.8 gigahertz. Look at that, 4 gigs of RAM. Whew, that's a beast. Remember when Windows used to do that, give you an experience rating? Doesn't do that anymore. 100% charged. So that means if it is 100% charged, I can do a quick test and see how long this thing will stay on. Okay, so this is saying it's pulling, let's see, 68 watts, this computer, with a runtime of 40 minutes. I mean, it's fluctuating a little bit, but I kind of wonder if it would actually run for that long. I mean, whether it's 4 minutes or 40 minutes, that tells me that it's plenty of battery power for this, pulling 60 watts, 70 watts. This is saying it can do 32 minutes. Let's unplug this and see what happens. There we go. Look at that. Discharging 61 watts. All right, so it is 10:28. I started this at 10:23. So it's been going about 5 minutes, still discharging, 37% left. Says it has 14 minutes, but I don't believe that. But now that I know at least get 5 minutes out of this thing, I'm gonna plug it back in and configure it to shut down properly. I'm gonna go ahead and make it, instead of 5 minutes, make it 7 minutes, because I'm gonna have him plug in his monitor as well, so we'll be draining a little bit more power, but shut down the computer when remaining is only 7 minutes. Got a backup battery, got an SSD. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna delete everything that's on his existing hard drive after I make a clone image of it, and then I'm going to set up his automatic Windows 7 backup stuff. Even though it's a horrible system, it still sort of backs up the files, so if like he loses pictures or something, at least once a week, I can make it go in there and back it up. So yeah, that'd probably be the smarter move. Okay, so I'm getting everything put in. I end up mounting this like not the best way, but let's see if I can get some light in here. Okay, so here's the DVD player or whatever, and this, which is actually really sturdy, is just screwed on with 2 screws right there. And since the way it's set up, like they can't go anywhere, so that's pretty snug. And as long as those stay tight, yeah, I mean, that's a pretty sturdy mount. I think that's perfect. Not exactly what I had planned, but shoot, that's perfect. So something I thought about. So this is DDR2 RAM. Looks like 666. This is a 2 gig module. There's 4 gigs in here total. I took out one of them here. And I thought to myself, I was like, you know what? I actually have an old, let's see, 9550? Yeah, Core 2 quad. Look at this thing. This thing, well, first of all, I don't know if this would be faster or not, but look at this. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 2 gig slots of RAM. This one only has 4 gigs. So technically, I could swap it out with faster and double the RAM. Faster memory and twice as much. Look at that, 4. And I could take these, since these match in speed, because I don't want to like mix the speed, because you know the other ones are all the same 800 megahertz. So I'm gonna just put those back in that board if this works, and then I don't even use that. Probably should have thrown that away a long time ago, but I hoard everything. But now, this one very, very specific random use case scenario, it came in handy to have old crap, because that old crap was better than this old crap. And I can now polish this turd just a little bit shinier. 8 gigs of RAM, baby. Oh yeah, consider this turd polished. Let's do a quick little test. See what kind of speeds this thing can handle. I don't even know if this thing has a gigabit NIC in it or not. Kind of curious now. Oh, okay. It's a little slow, but you know, still decent speeds. And what seemed to take so many hours is finally done. The first backup, I got it set up to back up every Sunday at 11 o'clock, so you know, they should be sound asleep and doing their thing, and this is gonna be doing its thing. So that's cool. Whew. I guess before I put this to rest, I should do some updates. So updates are running. The only thing left to do is to RGB it up. You know, you just stick some RGB vomit in there. Woo! Now it's done. The only thing left in here that I really need to do before I wrap this all up is you know, secure this cable, because it's, you know, kind of close, if you can see right there. So I'm gonna secure that up somewhere over there, but other than that, double the memory, got everything cleaned out because it was super disgusting. That was before I even opened it up and showed you guys. And of course, replace the power supply and you know, put an SSD in it, basically giving this beast a supercharger. So at the end of the day, it was about $120 worth of parts from Best Buy, which was a $60 power supply and then a $60 backup battery. Did not need to do the backup battery to get it running, but you do want it to keep it from breaking again, especially where they're located, because they have a lot of fluctuating power. And the 250 gigabyte Samsung Evo that I put in there is really only like $54. So it's probably way more money than what you'd want to spend on an old computer like this, but for their needs and what they do, it's easier just to fix it, rather than go online and try to find a different used one or something like that. It's just, I don't know, why not? Polish a turd, that's what I say. It's always best to polish a turd. So I guess that's it for today. Thank you for watching this random video that allowed me to actually get some work done on a Sunday and get a video out by Monday. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and have yourself an RGB day. Oh yeah, that's where it's at. It's the magic right here, people. It's the magic.